Scap, Johnny. When we saw LeBron and Kobe head-to-head, Kobe dominated. I mean, Kobe made him look pretty bad a few times. This is conspiracy theory, but is there any chance that the league saved LeBron from having to face Kobe in the finals because of the humiliation that he would have suffered and prevented from Kobe even getting that far?
Yes.
Or is that just the way things were at the moment and Kobe wasn't going to get there anyway?
They knew that Cavs team didn't have a chance.
I can take up time. It's possible. I guess I could do the Jordan Steals thing all over again and look at the footage and see what they were doing. But personally, I just think that Orlando Magic team.
Say Kobe so much, and he said that Porcher said that Kobe is not anywhere near LeBron. He's crazy. And I just want to say, Johnny, I think you are on the payroll of Klutch Sports. That's it. That's all I want to say.
If I was, I wouldn't have said, "Hey guys, this doesn't matter. Michael Jordan's still the GOAT, and it's not all that close." But yeah, I said that. If you still think I'm on Klutch Sports, then I think you just hate me being honest. But yeah, MJ, go watch those games. They're in a link in the pinned comment of the video. Watch the full 35 minutes if you want to see the conclusion, and you'll see. I say without a shadow of doubt, MJ was the best defensive player that year. If I was on Klutch Sports payroll, I wouldn't say that. So.
Down after that. Welcome, Mr. Canuck. That's I think the more appropriate way to say it. But anyway, you have a minute to ask a question or 2 minutes to make a comment.
Yeah, just wanted to ask you guys a quick question. Did you guys have you guys paid attention to any of the Olympic basketball at all?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just curious. I don't know if you were up to date with what happened. I watched the game between Serbia and USA, and I have this really, like, it really irks me. Like, I don't know what it is, but every time I hear the play-by-play, they just seem to push this LeBron thing so strong when KD had like a phenomenal game. There's so many guys on that team that deserve to play right now that need to get pushed, but it just seems weird. Like, even in the Olympics, I don't know what it is. I don't know why they push it like this, but they just seem to want to keep pushing LeBron's face on everything when there's so much talent out there that surpass him, and there's just a new generation that's coming that needs to kind of light up and kind of do its thing. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm like kind of sounding weird, but I hope it makes sense in some weird way. I just kind of want to put my 2 cents out there and just be like, if you guys are paying attention to that, I'd really love to hear you guys' like 2 cents on what you guys think about Olympic basketball, and is it better than NBA basketball? Anyways, that's kind of it.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. I think technically this is only my 3rd live stream on my channel, so still kind of getting comfortable with that and everything. But this is all great. These guys have been great, so check out their channels. Love talking old school hoops with you guys. And as far as that, the whole LeBron thing and everything, I think it's been that way for a lot of guys. I mean, even MJ. I think everybody who even thinks MJ's the GOAT. Of course, David Stern had an agenda to make him look even better. And so it's marketing follow the money. LeBron's got like $1 billion Nike contract, which makes a lot of their shoes in China, which is trying to appeal to audiences in China, and Klutch Sports now has a hand in all kinds of players and agencies and all that. Just follow the money. So sometimes you just got to hear stuff like that where certain guys are being elevated, even Kobe and Duncan to a certain extent. I could say that as a Kobe fan. There got to a certain point where Duncan was the boring guy. That's what they were saying in the 2000s. He was the boring guy. And the ratings were bad whenever they got to the finals. So, of course, they didn't want to elevate him as much. And in the years since, people are giving Duncan more respect. So just follow the money. You'll figure it out.
Johnny. Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Look, I didn't say it. Johnny said it, not me. Right? It's on the video. We can see it with our eyes and we can hear it with our ears. And look, I was gonna lay off this guy, man, but he just continues to expose himself. I would say this guy is a fraud, but I would say he's exposing himself as doing work for, let's just say, doing clutch work, okay? Because we can't say in these platforms, in this community, that somebody is actually working for somebody unless we have the solid proof that they signed a contract and we're able to see the contract and know that these people are working for them. So we can't say that, right? We can't say that Dreamers Pro is working for Klutch, right? Or ESPN. But we can say that Dreamers Pro is doing ESPN, Fox, and Disney's work, right? Basically, every video, well, if the guy makes 5 videos, 4 of them is about what? ESPN, Fox. That's what it's about. So you got to be an idiot if you just can't look at this and see it is what it is. For Johnny, look, man. So in the first little video we had, basically, nobody brings up nothing about the 88 Defensive Player of the Year. Angry old Hoops fan says something about, the whole conspiracy about the subject, about LeBron and Kobe didn't meet because the NBA stopped it. I did a video on this. Yes, sir. I was not scared to break down the facts. I did a video on this. And the facts are the facts. This guy, LeBron, melted down so he didn't have to play Kobe. Remember, in the video, we was looking at how Kobe beat his opponents. Was it 4-2? Was it 4-0? And things like that. And we couldn't say for sure that LeBron was looking over his shoulder in 08. But when we got 2009, 2010, it was a definite that Kobe was beating his opponents 4-2 in the same rounds that LeBron was losing 4-2. So we know that LeBron, he choked down those series on purpose to 3 and 4 seed so he didn't have to face Kobe, because his legacy would be over if he lost to Kobe in the finals. So we all know that. So Angry Old Hoops fan says something about that. And, Jonny Arnett had to bring up what he calls is the truth about Michael Jordan's 1988 Defensive Player of the Year. He had to bring that up. Why? Because he's promoting his video, right? So still, I forget the count. Was it like 6, 7 videos he done made since he made that Defensive Player of the Year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Of Michael Jordan, he done made like all these videos, and the next one he made after the Defensive Player of the Year was about the real defensive players of the year in the 80s. So he pretty much came in there and he was like, I'm gonna be the judge and the jury about who should have really won defensive players of the year in the 80s, right? So this guy's a trip, man. So after that 1988 video, Defensive Player of the Year, Michael Jordan, where he went above and beyond to find this video footage that nobody could find, in him going in there discrediting Michael Jordan for his body of work to get the Defensive Player of the Year, he then says Michael Jordan's still the greatest in that in '88. He still should have won it. So at the end of that video, it's like I'm doing a whole another video on that. I'm not gonna do a whole nother video on that because we got more stuff to talk about. But of course, at the end of that video, he talks about what is the errors you want me to investigate, inflated stats. And then he goes on to talk about Magic Johnson, who was it? John Stockton, and I think was it Mark Eaton or something like that. And then he said he would even do this era, right? Look. And then he did a pool a couple days later or whatever like that. The fact is, like I said before, this guy is yet to do a video about the 210s, this era, or LeBron James, right? Because to me, like I said, if Michael Jordan was your GOAT, and you say he's the greatest player of all time, you would have been like, well, let me at the same time do a same video on LeBron showing he also has inflated stats. So it just isn't the 80s. It's just not that era. It's just not Michael Jordan that the statistician made a mistake on, or maybe they was cheating in stats. Let's do LeBron too and show you how equal it is. Did he do that in the same video? Nope. Did he do it in the next video? Nope. Has he done it since? No. And frankly, I don't even care no more. I don't even want to see any video he comes out with now trying to talk about inflated stats for this era. I don't want to see it now. I don't want to see it now. You done lost all credibility. So again, nobody was saying nothing about that yesterday on the live, and he had to bring that up. This is clutch talk right here, right? So one of the callers called in. He was just talking a whole bunch of stuff. He was all over the place. But at the end, I think the guy sounded like he was Indian. They got a lot of international people listening to that show, which is good. At the end, he just out of nowhere says, and Johnny, you work for Klutch Sports, or you're on Klutch Sports payroll. And everybody busts out and they start laughing, right? And the only reply that Johnny really could come back with was, go watch my video, go look at the games in the link and watch the whole entire video. And to me, I just found that special. Johnny promoting his channel for you to go watch it because he can make more money off of being monetized. Maybe you can watch about 2-3 commercials while you listen to him destroy Michael Jordan's legacy. Because like I said, no Michael Jordan fan would ever do anything like that. Because why? One, because they are a Jordan fan. Two, Klutch is the one that brought this whole situation out, right? So surely, we're not going to give Klutch anything to stand on, any type of advantage. Even the guy that brought this out, he didn't even have the video. But somehow, Uncut Hoops couldn't even find the video. But somehow Jonny Arnett, who is the biggest Michael Jordan fan, found this video, right? And if you were the biggest Michael Jordan fan and you have Michael Jordan as a GOAT, right? Which I don't think he does. He might be another undercover FYF, right? This guy, FYF, this dude fries Michael Jordan every day. He pisses in Michael Jordan's face every day and pumps up LeBron. He said he got Jordan as his GOAT. I mean, what are we talking about? So if this guy was said Michael Jordan was the GOAT, a Michael Jordan fan, he would have looked at those tapes. as I would have, and be like, well, damn, he didn't get them steals. Damn, he didn't get that steal, man. He tripping. He should not have. Pew! And I would have left. I would have left it alone. Yes, if Mike got credited for some steals that he wasn't supposed to, as a Michael Jordan fan, I would have been ghost and left it alone, not produced a video to nobody. Because a LeBron fan who would have this against him would not produce the video. Look, so the last video, the guy calls in and he basically tells the truth about a 4-6 meltdown artist, choke artist, team hopping, super team building, coach firing, no real positional skills, no real offensive skills, no real defensive skills, paying off the media for his legacy through Klutch Sports. Everybody basically on the panel agrees with this caller that they're sick of them hyping this dude up, LeBron James. Sick of it. They're not promoting the new talent. That should be a given. There's no way of Michael Jordan, and he could, because he's Michael Jordan, could have played in the Olympics when he was 40 or 38 or whenever. When was it? 2000, what was it? 2004? That man could have been like, I'm playing one more season so I can play in 2004. He would never do nothing like that because his legacy was already signed, sealed, and delivered when? In 1998. Right? So we got to listen to all this nonsense. And you even got Dwayne Wade even lying now. You lying for this guy? He didn't even go to your Hall of Fame induction, right? Didn't even show up. And now you're on the play-by-play lying for this guy. Who was that? Who else was on there? Maybe that was Wade. I thought it was some other guy on there, another basketball player. But this guy is like, I wonder what I did wrong, and I'm not still playing. Well, you didn't take PEDs. You didn't hit the weight room while everybody else was getting skinnier, so they can be shooters and not paint guys. That's for one. What do you mean? You don't own Klutch Sports. You're not allowed to team hop. You're not allowed to not have any positional skills. You're not allowed to build super teams all your career and have the media say you're the best of all time. That's what you did wrong, homie. And that's what LeBron is doing right. He's doing all the wrong things the right way. So basically, it's the saddest thing you ever seen. You got the NBA play-by-play coming into the Olympics and pretty much saying all this stuff about a guy who is not even, blowing your socks off. He's a running back coming down the hole, doing layups and dunks. And what's so funny about it, while they was licking his butthole about his, him being a point guard, they said, oh, his kind of vision at the top of the key. Boom. He turned it over right there while they were saying that. And they didn't say nothing about this guy. They just kept it moving. 6 turnovers. So the guy called in. He was frustrated. Like, everybody's frustrated that we got to hear about this guy. If he wants to keep playing, that's fine. But he's never been a winner. He don't have any positional skills. When you look at the entire NBA for years, look at Kevin Durant's game. Look at Curry's game. Look at Duncan's game. Look at Kobe's game. Look at all these players who are superstars or were on the verge of being superstars. Even a James Harden. Look at these guys and look at LeBron's game. LeBron has no game. It's just charging the lane and playing football with a stiff arm in your neck, in your forehead, in your mouth, in your chest. That's all it is. And yet most of the people on the panel agreed with this caller, right? So Johnny, he felt the need to start protecting LeBron. And not only protect him, overly protect LeBron. And at one point, start bringing up Kobe, Duncan, and Jordan about how they got special treatment and they was overly protective. These guys earned it if that even happened. But it never happened on this level. They didn't start up a company and pay off the media. They had positional skills. They didn't team hop. They didn't build super teams all their career. They didn't get all the coaches fired. They didn't rearrange the team every damn 2 years. They didn't melt down in big game after big game. 3/4 of the fans don't hate them. They didn't make fans lead the game. They didn't cheat the game. They didn't have the game change for them. They basically played in a position era. And this is what, and Johnny is pretty much okaying what's going on, right? Interesting that Johnny said it's about money. Why the media in the NBA continues to do this for LeBron. As Johnny never said it was wrong that the NBA and the media is doing this for LeBron, right? And it shouldn't be like that. He didn't say it shouldn't be like that. He just said they're doing it for LeBron, and he didn't say it was wrong, right? Let me find where I was. But instead, he continued to talk about Klutch in their hand and everything. Never said it was wrong. And is this a real sports league? If they're influencing the outcome of everything, is it a real sports league? And basically said it's about money. Follow the money. So Johnny is okaying the fact that LeBron's greatness in the NBA isn't based on real basketball greatness or talent as an NBA player, but instead is bought and paid for by Klutch. And again, the troubling thing about this whole thing is not the fact that he said this, it's the fact that he didn't say it was wrong. He didn't say it wasn't right. He didn't say we need to get rid of this stuff. He just says follow the money. Is that what you're doing, homie? So at the end of the day, man, nobody can say that you officially work for Klutch, but you continue to do Klutch work, right? Maybe you're doing it for free, but you continue to do Klutch work. That's what you continue to do. And this is the sad part, folks. And what he said, this is not a real sports league no more. That's what he said. They're trying to sell shoes in China. LeBron shoes. I don't know who the hell buys them because they damn sure don't buy them in the United States. You probably get laughed at if you got a pair of LeBrons on. Big, clunky, ugly looking shoes. Ain't nobody buying them. This dude ain't Klutch. and look, man. I didn't want to make this video, but Johnny, you know, they was beating up LeBron at the end of this show. And all he could do was what? Basically protect this guy. He's got all these videos and you should be banging on this guy's career. His career is such a fraud. People like you with the so-called talent you have on your channel should be destroying LeBron's entire career because it's fugazi. It's a fraud. It was decent the first time he was in Cleveland. Everybody fails. Some people choke down, but this guy gave up, right? He was supposed to carry the torch from Kobe, maybe in 2012 or something like that. But this guy gave up. He didn't want to compete. And he went and built super teams with other teams' number one franchise players all of his career. And he did it in the conference that he was in. So he pretty much took the power out of his conference so he could keep going to the finals because he couldn't do it with just one superstar. He went and got the top 5 to 10 superstars in his conference and still got his ass whooped. And then went to the West and been getting his ass whooped because he's playing real competition now. So basically, listen to Johnny. Klutch has their hands in everything. His entire career is fugazi. It's a paid off career. In the NBA, you might as well say it's fake and fraudulent, right? Hey, Johnny, we still waiting for that LeBron video, inflated stats. Because oh, you probably can't get that video, right? I got to tell you guys, man. And this is why they won't monetize my channel, because I'm too real, man. I'm too real for these cats. And I don't want to be monetized because I want to be able to say real stuff. And when they was coming at this guy, all he could just say, oh, well, if you think that, I mean, he really ain't got no real facts to back up what he's been doing, because it's right in front of your face. It's right in front of your face what he's doing. He's doing Klutch work all of a sudden. I don't know why, but a lot of people out there doing Klutch work all of a sudden when they wasn't doing that before, right? And, you know, the guy has a big platform. And I want you guys to realize, just because you ain't driving a Bugatti or you might not be getting $1 million from a company, or you might not even be getting $300,000. Money is money. Money is money. Somebody gave you $10,000 just to make this video, or $20,000 to make this video. Guess what? It's money. It's money. And am I saying he took money from Klutch? Am I saying he works for Klutch? No. I said his activities, as far as making videos and the stuff that he says, is Klutch work. Only people who will favor LeBron James and Klutch will do these type of things, because no real Michael Jordan fan will do these things. And let me tell you what, and no real Kobe fan will do these things that this guy did. You know the rift that they done drove Klutch, they done drove between Kobe fans and LeBron fans, and this guy would have the audacity to go out and do Klutch work in favor of LeBron James. And like I said, this guy should have so many. Look, I'm not going to talk bad about him as far as trashing players, because he's really never been like that. And I'm sure he could have trashed LeBron a long time ago. But when you come out and you do Klutch work, you're trashing Michael Jordan. You're telling people that this guy didn't earn those steals. This guy could have did this on any other year. If he was this Michael Jordan fan, he could have did this on the '87 season and been like, look, man, yeah, Mike. No, I can't even say that, man. This guy ain't no Michael Jordan fan, man. He's fake. He's a fake Michael Jordan fan. And like I was saying, his channel in the past hasn't been known for trashing players per se. But when you go out and do something like that against Michael Jordan fans in the favor of LeBron fans, you're really trashing Michael Jordan's legacy. It don't matter if you said he still was the best that year. That doesn't make up for that, bro. What is this guy talking about? Does he talk to retards or something? I just don't understand. No, Michael Jordan's still the greatest. What? This guy is a trip, man. You guys can't be this idiotic to believe this guy. I just did Klutch work. Don't worry about it. Michael Jordan's still the greatest. Oh, goodness. You just can't make this stuff up, man. You just can't make this stuff up. And this guy is on that panel, the lone LeBron fan, the lone LeBron apologist. All the man had to say at the end of the day was, look, man, I agree with you. They're saying too much about this guy. He done had his spotlight. He done had his time in the league. Whatever happened, he had some great moments, some moments that weren't so great. If he wants to play, let him play in the Olympics. And, you know, he's not leading nobody to no damn gold medal. Or he would not even. He's getting all these players that kicked his ass throughout his career. The Currys, the Durants. You get these guys that kicked your butt throughout your career. I couldn't even fathom you taking. How many rings they took from this guy? 3? Was it 3? Yeah, they took 3 rings from this guy. And this guy is in the Olympics playing with these guys. Michael Jordan could never do that. I'm talking about in the finals. You ain't taking no 3 rings from Michael Jordan, and he's sitting up there in the Olympics with you. There's no way. This shows you that this guy doesn't care about competing, has never cared about competing at a high level, because he's always had the media in Klutch Sports behind him, putting a damn diaper on his ass, putting a pacifier in his mouth, and babying his ass through all his failures. And like I said, all Johnny had to say, yeah, this guy had his time. You know, they should just be promoting the guys already on the court. This up-and-coming talent, let's talk about them more. Okay, whenever LeBron does something good, we just expect that. Because every time this guy does a layup or a dunk, it's just the most fantastic thing in the world. A layup and dunk is the most fantastic thing in the world. Or when he makes a pass, right, to the guy, it's the most fantastic pass you ever seen. How's he doing it? The next pass is the turnover. And this is all Johnny had to say. This is enough with this guy. He don't have to diss him. He should just agree. But instead, what does he do? He start talking about Kobe, Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, all these people that supposedly got this favoritism didn't work for what they got, didn't sacrifice for what they got, didn't go in the gym and build up their game so in crucial moments or crucial games they could hit crucial shots and have all around games at their positions. Didn't go team hop, didn't go get all these coaches fired. Had great what? Some of them were part of a great duo, and some of them were part of a great trio of players in NBA history. You can't say that for LeBron James. Some of these players were on the greatest teams of all time in NBA history. You can't say the same thing about LeBron. So why are they still smashing this guy down our damn throats when he don't have that type of pedigree? So you guys tell me what you think. I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to take it back. These guys out here selling out, man.